Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Thursday, January 19th. And we've got some very nice temperatures coming up over the weekend. But between now and then, we could have some rain move in tonight. And it looks like a rainy Friday. We could see amounts around a half inch or better. So it's going to be pretty soggy out there. But temperatures will get up around 50, maybe even in the low 50s over the weekend. And we do have winter coming back. I think towards the middle of next week, we're going to see our temperatures return back to normal, I think, especially around Thursday. And then from that point, from Thursday until we see a potential Siberian outbreak, we could see the polar vortex move from Siberia right over the poles down into Canada and head towards the Great Lakes here in about 12-15 days. And we'll show you that in just a moment. But we could be seeing probably the coldest air of the season by far. And I think there's a good chance we could see several days of sub-zero temperatures. Again, this would be for the very end of January and the first week or so of February. It's going to get mighty nasty out there. If we look at our normals, the normal high is 28, the normal low is 13. You can see we got down to a cold 22 degrees below zero in 1994. So again, it's that kind of an air mass. It's not saying we're going to get that cold, but it's that kind of air mass that can bring those kind of temperatures, especially if we can lay down some snow between now and then. And I think we do have a chance of that happening here over the next couple of weeks. If we look at the highest and coldest temperatures across the lower 48, yesterday the warm spot 85 degrees at Marathon, Florida, and the cold spot 28 below zero at Antero Reservoir in Colorado. And if we look around the MAC area yesterday, you can see temperatures mainly in the mid 30s, 40 degrees down in the southeast part of the state, and now 2.4 degrees per day above average for the month of January. And again, we're going to continue to see those numbers rise here over the next 4 or 5 days, and then I think we'll see them begin to crash during the last week or so of the month. If we look at conditions around the area this morning, you can see temperatures mainly in the 30s across much of the area. And if we look at the radar, this is our precipitation that's going to be heading this way for tonight, and especially into Friday morning into Friday evening. And again, I think we'll see a pretty steady area of rain showers move into the area. You can see on the northern periphery of this area some freezing type precipitation indicated by radar. And that's not impossible as you get up into central and north central lower Michigan, but I think the chances of freezing rain from this system right now at least look fairly minimal. If we look at the weather map this morning, you see the low pressure system that moved out of southern Texas, as we talked about yesterday, now up into Arkansas where we forecasted it to be, and we expect that storm to move up towards the Great Lakes here over the next 24 to 36 hours, spreading that rain and potentially some freezing drizzle. This would be for late tonight into early Friday morning. So if we're going to see any issues with schools, it'd have to be from freezing rain that falls. But again, I think the chances are very minimal that we'll see impactful amounts around this area. And you can see by Friday that low pressure system now moving up into the Ohio Valley, with the bulk of the rainfall expected to spread into the state through much of the day tomorrow. And then by Saturday, that system will begin to shear out and weaken, and this warm front will be heading towards the area. And I think by Friday or Saturday afternoon, we can see our temperatures climb around 50 degrees, upper 40s to low 50s, and I think Sunday another good shot at getting into the 50s. As far as precipitation over the next 7 days from the INSEP, you can see amounts around an inch across south, central, and southeastern lower Michigan, with up to about 3/4 of an inch over the next 7 days here for much of the center part of the state. So a fairly decent amount of rainfall, and we have to watch this. Some of these totals could be a little stronger if that storm doesn't weaken quite as fast as it heads our way. As far as the potential for any freezing rain, you can see areas around from the northern portions and central portions of Isabella County up towards Gladwin. Those are in the areas depicted greater than 1/10 of an inch of ice, so we certainly want to keep an eye on that. Now, it's to be noted that the European model shows just very trace amounts of the potential for freezing drizzle, so it's definitely not a sure thing. And I think, again, most of the MAC area should escape any freezing drizzle, freezing rain for tonight into early tomorrow, but certainly some we'll keep an eye on. And if we look at the severe potential as that warm air comes over the weekend, you can see the day 3 amount, about 17 million people are going to be under the risk of severe storms. That would be for Saturday and Sunday. Again, general thunderstorms making it up in Ohio Valley. And will winter return? You bet it is. We've got a major crash on the Southern Oscillation Index here in the last few days. Actually, we've been negative now for about a week, and that indicates a strong potential for a big trough over the eastern U.S. in about 10 to 12 days, and that's about right on target. I think the last few days of January, we could see some bitterly cold air come down into the Great Lakes. So again, winter's going to make a full return here in about 10 days. So later on next week, we begin the process. We'll get down to near average temperatures once we get towards Wednesday or Thursday of next week. And again, between that time and when the Siberian Express rolls in, that's when we could lay down some significant snowfall potentially. And on to Weather Watch, you can see mainly just fog conditions across much of the upper Midwest. And again, as that warm air comes in, we'll have to watch for the potential maybe of some fog conditions around here as well over the next few days. Thanks for stopping by and have yourself a great day, and 73s to all.